Hi, so I wanted to kind of break up the animosity that is happening between chosen ones and people who haven't yet realised the potential and haven't begun empowering themselves as individuals. It's not necessarily a bad thing to have an opinion, but it can turn out to be in everyone's, not in their favour because they're not doing what they're compelled to do, which is speak from the heart and to do things preparing for their future with themselves in mind. Ultimately, I did a angel card reading, and it just kind of like put my thoughts into words. I could see the pictures, and I thought it was important that I could tell you that it's a great time of spiritual growth and enhanced intuition. And it does say about a new home, but that's separate. I think that is a personal message for someone, and about falling in love. And things could be so lovely if people would just let them be, like let accept everything the way it is. Okay, it's not nice the way things have been for a lot of people, but no person was great by holding on to their past. They decided they was going to get up and concentrate on themselves and do absolutely everything they could to be a winner in this life. When you're running a race, you don't stop and start talking to the person beside you. Oh, you're running a bit faster than me. I think I'll just slow down now. But yeah, so there's a card, Nine of Air, and it's saying that expecting a worse self-fulfilling prophecy, sleepless nights, and I really wanted to find those words to say to people. Self-fulfilling prophecies. It's almost like they're in the know-how on a situation, and it's like spoilers, like soap spoilers. Um, I just don't think that's going to be fruitful for them. Like, it's same as I heard about gang stalking and things like, which is kind of what this reading is about. I thought if I could comfort some people out there, because I know what it's like, but the way I see it is you should do everything with heart, always look forward with your heart, and anything that falls behind you, look to the light and the shadow falls behind you. And my way of doing that is to do things with heart. If I can't show someone my heart authentically, I don't bother with them. And some people may think that I'm a lonely person, or that you know I could do better, this could do better with that. The reality is I've survived so much in this life, and I'm so proud of myself, and I've done it with tenacity, and so I know where I've made my endeavours to do things with care, and I think that's what makes a great difference to clarity and being able to envision good things for yourself. Because I know if, and the worst was to come, it's not going to, but I know that because I know I'm under great protection, and I it's like I know that I can't fail. I've achieved. I've put all the steps in place to say, you know what, this is me. I can't. Maybe things will always look a little bit the same to the person looking in. You know, no great changes. Some people might say, and they might say it about others. Some people face different lives. It's almost like there's a film with, I can't say his name, the Cormac boy, where he's in the house, and there's the bad people, and he sets up all these traps, like Home Alone, and he sets all these traps, and the lady who feeds pigeons, she kind of, I can't remember if she had bird poo all over, but it's kind of a feeling that someone who's estranged in a society never gets what they deserve. Chosen ones don't get what they deserve, but ultimately they do, because they've lived with a lot more self self gratitude. They're grateful to themselves mostly, because they know that the work that they've put in is ultimate. It's kind of like they're locking off for future generations to see, regardless, you know, what comes in this life, what you think of yourself is most important. The efforts that you put in is most important. Because at the end of it, other people's opinions really don't matter to a lot of people. But in a good way, yeah, because they set out to do great things. But anyway, so what else I wanted to say was that part of the 9 of air cups are expecting to wear self-fulfilling prophecies and sleepless nights. It has a lot of unicorns that are laying powerless, and there's one who is unicorn is a light, like has light in it. I'll show you it. It's kind of the idea that if you can't accept things for the way they are, then there is no healing. In order to accept things, you have to look at it for what it is and understand that what went on in the past, what may go on in the future, can't be controlled. The only thing we can control, and possibly the future, is having a plan, but having the right intention. If you don't have the right intention when you're making plans for tomorrow, if you say, well, I might do that tomorrow, I might put that off, I might just do it that way because it might be easier, it'll probably go down better that way. But if you're not putting 100% effort into the things you know that are going to push yourself forward for all the right reasons, then you're setting yourself up to fail, really. But I like, healing is all about, it's not even about letting go, because a lot of the time I think someone used to tell me my past made me who I am today, and in a lot of sense it can be true, but I think ultimately an identity shouldn't be about what happened to you in the past or the things you felt you was overcome by. Your identity should be separate to that. It should be the way that you've faced situations and you've come out on top, and building on your character that way. So there is opportunities that are being offered, and it says the Midas touch. There is a lot more to read about these cards, and I will go through it at the end thoroughly, but I'm just giving a rundown initially. It's like everything is working out, and I will mention the chosen ones, that people that have been estranged in society, people that have been set apart, people that have been scapegoated, like looked down upon for no reason. It's like school tactics, school fear tactics, just to make people feel out of place, and there really is no need for it, because ultimately I think any situation can be changed through empowerment. It's not about differences, it's not about what makes us different. And I feel like a lot of the time these people must have had terrible childhoods to want to involve themselves in that way, to kind of find an escape from reality, that they make themselves feel better by doing this. If they have nothing better to do, better with their time. I can't endeavour, what the actual reasoning behind it is, but ultimately you've got to view it from the other person's perspective, that they're just trying to live. They're trying to live a nice life. And by you holding them back, you're creating a division in society between people who are not afraid to use their voice, people who want good things for themselves, and by bringing them down, you're creating that illusion that there is bad in their life. Why? There's no need for it. They're not bringing you any no bad karma. They're just speaking their truth humbly, and if anything, they want to good to come out of the situation, for people to feel that actually these people, it's not that they're making points and they're not referring to indifferences. They're just highlighting and enlightening on the situation to empower people, because the reality is there is no difference. There is no indifference. People just need to realise that ultimately they're the most powerful thing in their life, and that's the most, ultimately that could be the most beautiful thing that could come out of it. But I think it's always about self-empowerment, and I was always taught 2 wrongs don't make a right, and it's never okay to judge someone. So on that point, yeah, sleepless nights is a big thing. And I found that taking a lot of time to myself, working out what's important and what's not. Because if I look at the situation for what it is, you've got, everyone has had troubles in their past, but like self-fulfilling prophecies, the soap spoilers, it's kind of like the indifference to face in for these people that are facing this kind of thing, to face jeopardy, that they're unsure, they don't have any stable ground, that a lot of the time anything they do build upon in terms of confidence, self-respect and esteem is torn apart, because I like to talk of integrity, and yeah, and I feel like doing anything less than making somebody feel integrity, even if it makes them feeling a little bit out of place, that, you know, it's endeavoured to lead everyone to feel unstable. It's like nobody's gonna agree to love each other's personality. Nobody completely adores someone's personality, especially in periods of high tension. And I believe that this is like it's almost like an awakening of a situation that people have had to come through this to learn to how to change their lives with ease. It's it's just a thought process. It's not a big thing. Change in your life, like a lot of people that have had a lot of pain in their life may feel that, okay, I've done what I can, now I can rest. I've got time to contemplate on things in a way that doesn't bother me anymore. I'm no longer anxious about it, and I feel better in myself. Like I feel like, but then on the flip side, people that have spent their life kind of like issuing like unfavour, that they can almost look at their life now and see, okay, so there's the split difference. That is what I am not doing, and to the people that you know do believe in healing, that do believe in empowering people and acting with integrity and things like that, and not being out of place, just doing normal things, like that maybe that I can take a leaf from their book. I don't need to care so much. After all, they most probably don't care what you think anyway. But yeah, it's just, I don't think there's much difference on the basis of the terms that are created between the people who have no issue in being who they are. They're quite sure of who they are, and I pretty much reckon that's for a reason. Chosen ones know they're chosen, not because that they've faced indifference in their life. Well, it can be because of that, because all of these things like lead up to situations where they begin their personal empowerment and enlightenment and setting themselves free. But it happens for a reason, and it's not that, you know, the people that treat them badly spur them on. It's like they make them find themselves magically. They wouldn't be good without bad and bad without good. It's not that at all. These people know that they're earth angels, and it wasn't, I can guarantee, anything any bully did to make them feel that way. They know because of spiritual happenings, things that are miraculous in their life that you could never begin to understand. And like the power behind that, and knowing how great someone yourself is. Like, I know how great I am, and voicing it is beautiful, because like I can almost kind of, that's empowering myself, that I am different. I'm not going to say I'm anything less. And a lot of people I've heard, you're not different. Like they send me like life coaching emails. Don't tell yourself that you're different. You're not different. You have to pay bills like everyone else. You have to get along in life like everyone else. You face the same laws as everyone else. The reality is, some people have gifts, and that the truth is that the enlightened ones, the chosen ones, they're becoming even more aware that their light is bright, and people can see that. They see that they have a special way of seeing things, that, you know, they're not going to stop at a point where they're going to be put to shame for what, or they're not going to stop at a point where they're going to do anything less than what they feel in their heart, and that's empowering people to be better, to do better, to feel the same as them, because we've all been in a situation in life where we thought, okay, I looked at that and that was probably unfair what I did. But some people continue that. They don't see, I don't think it's so much that they don't have that in them to do better, to be better. I think it's so much that breaking out of old styles and patterns, that, you know, maybe there's something in their life that destroyed them personally. People don't know, but I think there's always change for people. No matter what, things change as long as you give them a chance to. And I found the greatest thing, I heard someone else's video before, but the greatest thing is just taking 10 minutes to just accept, to just sit, to not, okay, you may run things through in your mind. It may be unbearable, like for 3 minutes, but for the rest of it, you'll think, actually, so I'm really glad I did that, because I'm glad that I was able to pay my bills this week. I'm glad that I was able to put food on the table for the kids. I'm glad of this, I'm glad of that. And actually, all the things that I've been feeling guilty for are probably not much, really. And all the things that, you know, all the places I could have done better, where I could have planned ahead, like, I could have put my best foot forward, and I've been procrastinating, and I've had such bad anxiety, I didn't know how to control it. But now I finally feel that by making plans for my future, I can finally let what was in the past be in the past. I'm accepting things in a way that I'm grateful for what I have. I'm grateful that, you know, I am a powerful individual, that I have survived, and I'm proud of myself. And it feels good to just be, to just let things be, even if people don't agree with you, people don't like you, they don't like the way you look, they don't like the way you dress, they don't like your opinions. If maybe society has the wrong idea about you, like people have been gossiping about you. But ultimately, as long as you're proud of yourself and you know how far you've come and the differences that you've made to people's lives, because these are the things that matter. That's what's going to be remembered about the people, about the individuals, the difference they made to people's life. When people look back, they're going to be remembering every time they gave someone a hot meal, or they just carried on despite everything. So yeah, and on top of that, the one I really want to read is about the abundance. So I'm just leaving, like, their spiritual growth, enhanced intuition, like reiterating that. I'm not going to do that because we all know how that feels. But the opportunities being offered: generous, professional, responsible, practical. So it's almost like that someone very studious being in someone's life, and who has greater control than what people think. Not in a bad way, but to help the people that are struggling a little bit and have struggled. So there's people out there that are out to get you. There's people out there to help you as well. Who has the Midas touch, almost like inspiring and a confident leader. And I feel like a lot of people pay respect to him and listen to his words, and they take that to heart and use it as enlightenment and share that enlightenment. And abundance. So there's a lot of money where there never used to be opportunity. And it says, this is your golden time of celebration and success. However, it's not the moment to rest yet. You need to keep going with the next project. So step back and review all that you've done and create the blueprint for the future. You need to look at things in the eye of the long term, and you probably feel good about how far you've come. But there is no resting on your laurels. It's important to keep the fire of enthusiasm burning for the heights you might still attain. Patience might be required while you await results from your previous decisions. Use this time to explore the possibilities for how to promote your business or talents. I'm going to see about the success. I'm going to read that to you. It is saying, this is a successful time, your current projects will grow well, you may be promoted or offered a high salary, your talents and skills will bring rewards for you and others. Accept the opportunities offered you that are offered to you and have confidence that you will succeed. Someone with outstanding business skills who is good with money can provide excellent advice. A person who has been successful in a career and now enjoys the finer things in life. Professional, generous, responsible, practical and competent. Midas Touch, a captain of industry, employees and financial security. So I kind of feel like bosses will be at the boss's table, you know, and that's where the bread's going to be broken ultimately. So, but mostly I feel like, you know, we all try so much in our lives to make something out of nothing, and nobody deserves to feel like shit really, but I think people that are concentrating on doing good things do deserve to excel. Why not? Why don't they deserve to excel just like everyone else? So yeah, that's what I'm the perspective I'm taking on things, because I refuse to be brought down by my past. It's like I choose to be alive for a reason. I choose results, not excuses. I choose positivity, not you know, anxiousness. I won't be dumbed down by the whole mental health society thing, the whole gang stalking victim. You know, it's less than an efficient way of living life, and I just know that I'm made for greater things. I know that there's a lot of people who I've come in contact in my life are for greater things, and they know this because they've been told. They're very aware of their powers, of how healing they are, how they perceive things, how it's different to other people, how they talk a lot of sense when they don't even need to, and they can, you know, really freak people out in a way. But when people listen back, they think, do you know what, if it wasn't for the person telling me that, I would never have made it that month. I would have never have dug my heels in. I most probably would have committed suicide. And I know for a fact that the impact the earth angels make on this earth, in this life, is greater than anyone will ever pay penance to. But ultimately, these people, they lead by example. They lead by results that they can attain personally. It's not about being better than the next person. It's about showing their true colours. That's who they are. They can't change. They never will. But ultimately, good things are coming for good people. It's all turning around. Like, there's no more being stuck in dogmatised situations. Things are changing for everyone. So stay blessed, stay lucky, and yeah, just believe in good things, because good things are coming. But actually believe in them in a way that you can make things possible. Don't leave parts of yourself behind where, you know, that shame mentality, or switching from the shame mentality to the fear mentality to I can do better mentality. It's not about that. It's you are better, you're going to do better. How exactly you're going to do it. So, peace out everyone.